design. Which is the right thing for you? Let's explore that. That's what we're going to talk about today. So first of all, I think it's really important to be very clear on what bespoke design is and what generic design is, because I've recently realised that it's a bit confusing for some people and they're not clear on what actually that means, what generic design actually means. And if you look at the dictionary, then generic can mean many different things in particular circumstances, and generic design is often not mentioned in the dictionary. So I want to explain what I mean by generic design. And basically what generic means is that it's typical, it's common, and when it comes to design, it answers very common, typical problems with a standard solution. It's a very standardized approach to design, is generic. And usually what it means is that a generic design is something that's designed once and then it's kind of mass produced. So it's made to satisfy typical, general, common problems. So some examples of generic design are high street clothes. So if you go to Primark and buy a t-shirt, that is a generically designed t-shirt. It's a standard t-shirt. It's a t-shirt that you will see many people wearing. It may have some fashion element, but again, it's probably not going to be cutting edge fashion, and it's going to be very standardized. Another example is a birthday cake. If you go to the supermarket and you buy a birthday cake, it will be a standard cake. There won't be very much unusual about it. It might have a cartoon on it, and you might be lucky that cartoon might be the cartoon that is your child's favourite cartoon, and it might work well as their birthday cake, but it won't have their name on it, it won't have their age on it, it won't be specific to your child. And you may go to a birthday party this weekend and then and see that there are sorry, I'm just going to turn this off. You see that there are also the same birthday cake at another child's party, which may or may not upset your child. They think it's their own birthday cake. Come back again. An example of generic design in architecture is like the 3-bed semi or the Victorian terrace. These are generic designs that you will see up and down the country, and they're standard. They are they're meeting a typical family's needs of, you know, maybe 3 bedrooms, a kitchen, somewhere to eat, somewhere to sit and watch the TV, somewhere to get washed. That's it. Very generic, very standardized solution. That's generic design, and that's some of the examples of generic design. Let me know, give me a 1 in the comments if that makes sense to you, or if you feel like you still need more clarification about what generic design is and you still feel confused about it. Let me know. I would like to know, because I want to make sure that you do not feel confused about this. So bespoke design. Bespoke design is basically the opposite of generic design. It's completely the opposite scale of things. So bespoke design is where there are particular combination of requirements, of special needs, particular situation, and this combination that may include some commonalities with other situations, but it will be unique, and the design solution is unique to that particular set of requirements, that particular situation, and then it is a one-off. There is nothing else very much like it. It's not a common design. It's an unusual or a one-off design. It's unique. It's not standard. It's not copied and multiplied many times. It's just done once. So some examples of bespoke design are a one-off wedding dress. So on your special day and you want to look your best and you want to enjoy your wedding in the way that you feel best. Maybe you love dancing, so you want to be able to comfortably dance in your dress. Maybe you enjoy having, a good meal and some drinks, and you want to make sure that, there's space for all of that to go on in the tummy area. It's not uncomfortable for you to sit down and enjoy a good meal. Whatever it is that you are looking to do, and also you want to look your best on all the photographs that's going to last forever, and who knows, into the next generation, if your kids and your grandkids are going to keep hold of a copy of you, of mum or granny in her wedding dress, or even, great grandchildren in the future. Who knows who's going to be wanting this picture of you in your wedding, in your special wedding dress. And so you then may wish to get a bespoke wedding dress made precisely for you, that shows you off in your best light, that makes you look great in those photographs for the family album, that makes you feel comfortable all day, so that you can enjoy your day the best way you can. So then you may get a bespoke wedding dress, and you'll also know that nobody else in the world will have your wedding dress, will look like you on their wedding. Another example with the cake. So a bespoke cake would be one that's baked especially for you and decorated especially for you. It might have your child's favourite theme or favourite characters from their favourite cartoon series. It may have their name, their age, the date, or special message written on it. It's particular for them. The flavour of the cake could be their favourite type of cake. Or it may be that there's some dietary requirements, some specific needs in terms of like gluten-free or vegan or whatever, and those are influencing how that cake is actually made, what ingredients go into that cake, and as well as how it looks. So this is a completely bespoke cake. It's not like any other cake that anybody else has ever had. Well, it might be similar in some ways, but the exact combination will not be the same. An example of bespoke design when it comes to architecture would be like that one-off country pile with the guest wing or the guest annex, or perhaps that self-build tiny house where, it's exactly like molded almost to fit that person and exactly what they require in their home. There's no excess, no nothing extra, nothing that they don't need or don't want. It's just all the things that they need, the essence of everything in this tiny form, in the tiny house, or in that grand big country pile, like National Trust property or whatever, where it's completely unique, it stands out, it's different, nobody else has that, it's completely bespoke to the people who lived there, exactly what they needed, exactly what that time. If you go to like a National Trust place, you'll see exactly what they did, the people who lived there did in their time off, in their leisure time, where they worked, how they interacted with each other, how they interacted with their servants or whatever, or how guests where they were able to get to, what access they had. All of this is very bespoke and unique in those sorts of properties. That is a completely bespoke architectural solution. And obviously there are sort of different variations from the huge country National Trust property to the tiny house. You get all sorts in between as well in terms of scale, but those just some sort of extreme examples of one-off bespoke properties. So that's generic and bespoke, but there is a third option, and that is a generic bespoke hybrid. You can also get a combination of the generic design with the hybrid design, and this is where you may take a standard design solution, a standard product, and then you make tweaks or alterations to that product, either by yourself as a DIY thing or with specialist help, and then you get this hybrid between a generic product that you have altered to make it suit you. So some examples of this: you may get an off the peg wedding dress that is, a bit bigger fit, and then you can get it altered and tailored to suit you, to fit your form. So it's a generic dress, but it's been altered, and maybe you might add some embellishment to make it look more unique to you. And so you have this combination of a generic basis with bespoke elements so that it works better for you. An example of this from the cake perspective would be if you bought a supermarket cake, maybe a plain cake, and then you put some icing decoration on it and maybe added the name or a message or birthday number onto that cake and made it look unique. The taste, some things are going to stay the same generic thing, the flavour of it will be the same, but you can make it look different. So you can tweak it, you can adjust it to suit the occasion, whether it's a plain cake, maybe you're going to use it for a birthday, but maybe you're also going to use it for a baby shower or some other sort of event. So you can tailor that generic cake to suit the situation and exactly what you want to use it for. An example in architecture would be to take like a 3-bed semi and then extend it or alter it, adjust it, reconfigure it, remodel it. This would then mean that you've got a generic basis, the 3-bed semi starting point, but then you have adjusted it, altered it to suit you, to work better for you. So it's got that generic basis with bespoke elements to it to make it work more suitable for you. Now, which one of these is best for you? Is it better for you to have a generic solution? Is it better for you to have a bespoke solution? Or is it better for you to have a generic bespoke hybrid kind of solution? So when you want this, when the generic approach is best for you is if you are like, basically what you do with the generic approach is you just go out and buy it. You just go and get the thing. You don't get loads of choice. You might not get, the exact colour that you want, but you'll get, you might get it in blue, or you might get it in green, or you might get it in red, or whatever the t-shirt may be, for example. So this is the quicker, tends to be the quicker, the cheaper, and the less perfect solution for you. So you might be happy with that. You might not care exactly which shade of blue your t-shirt is. You might not care if the jeans are really, making your bum look at their best. You just want a pair of jeans, or maybe you do. So it's if, for example, you're going to go down the generic solution and you want that perfect pair of jeans that make your bum look perfect and peachy, then, it might take you some time to find the right pair of jeans for you, testing it, trying it out. Or it might actually be a more expensive version. It's a better cut for you, might be the more expensive option out of the generic options. So, but if that's super important to you, that you get the perfect figure fitting pair of jeans, then you could go down the route of having a pair of jeans designed and made and fitted specifically for you. Or you could buy your jeans and have them altered so that they fit you. Perhaps you're particularly short, and you all the jeans that you buy are too long, so you could get them shortened so that they fit you right, and you're not tripping up or getting damp muddy heels when you walk. So in general, quicker and cheaper option is the generic option. So maybe your budget is such that you can't do more specific for your needs than the generic option, or maybe you just don't have the time to do anything other than get the generic option, and you're prepared to compromise on the qualities, the specific qualities of it, in order to have it faster and to have it cheaper. And if that is what you need and that's what you want, that is fine. There is no judgment here. Generic can be exactly right for you. When might the bespoke be the right solution? Well, let's first of all, what the generic, I'm going through my notes here. I've got some notes in front of me. So when might the generic and bespoke hybrid option be best for you? So maybe if you have, you want that something a bit more special, but you just don't have the budget for totally bespoke. You have a tight budget. Maybe you also you want to get it quicker. And so in that case, where it's a bit quicker and a bit more, meets a lower budget, then this generic bespoke hybrid option might be the best for you. So you buy the standard version and then you either DIY, make alterations, or you employ a specialist to help you to make those adjustments to make it more right for you, depending on your skills. You may have the skills to redesign your home and do the building work for it, or you may not. You may have the sewing skills or the baking skills or the cake decorating, the sugar icing and all of that. You might be able to do that for yourself, or you may employ somebody specialist in doing that who can do that for you. But because they're not doing everything completely bespoke from scratch, they're just starting from a generic basis, then that might be the best option for you. Now, when it comes to architecture, if you are starting off with an existing property, then it is possible to do some kind of more generic type solution. This is what I call copy and paste design, where you do like the permitted development extension, where you just sort of stick a box on the back that's within permitted development limits, and then you kind of make it work inside. That's a kind of a generic approach to solving a problem of creating more space on a 3-bed semi, for example, or a Victorian terrace. But realistically, if you are going to be spending the kind of money that you are spending on construction, and the thing with construction is that every project is a prototype, really, it's a one-off, it's unique, then you are always going to have some element of bespoke design. And so the question is, who is going to do that bespoke design best for you, and exactly what do you need for that? So unless the only way to sort of get generic design for yourself when it comes to architecture is for you to go and buy a house. You go out and you buy yourself a 3-bed semi, and that's it. And you make no alterations to it. You move in, you might decorate it or something, and do some small kind of tweaks in terms of like put your furniture in it or whatever, rearrange the furniture. But in general, a 3-bed semi with no alterations, that is your generic solution when it comes to architecture. The generic hybrid solution is where you buy a 3-bed semi or a Victorian terrace, say, and you then look to alter it, make alterations to it. Then when you want the absolute best result that really works for you and creates this sort of life of ultimate ease and pleasure, and you're willing to spend more to get those qualities, you're able to spend more to get those qualities, and you're not prepared to compromise that quality by making it faster or making it cheaper, then the bespoke option is the best option for you. And in terms of bespoke architecture, then getting an unusual property in the first place, where it's not really starting off with a generic property and then also looking to make alterations to it, is the most sort of bespoke way of doing that if it's an existing property rather than a complete new build property. And in that case, when you're looking at getting that bespoke design, you're usually looking at employing specialists to design and make that for you, unless you have those particular skills. If you're really good at sewing or knitting, for example, you might be able to design and make your own garments, and that may be something that you want to do and you are able to do. And if you have those specialist skills, fantastic. But if you don't, but you still want that high quality bespoke design that's just right for you and you can then really enjoy it and get the most out of it, then you need to commission other people and ask them to help you with it. Now, the thing with all of these options, whether it's generic, whether it's bespoke, whether it's the hybrid, generic and bespoke, the thing with all of these options is they need you to be absolutely clear about what it is you need and want, and to be able to communicate that. And if you are not quite sure exactly what you need and want, and you're not able to tell somebody exactly what you need and want, for example, an indication that this might be you and you're in this situation is if you're saying, well, I should know when I see it. I'll know when I see it if it's what I want. So if that's you, if you're thinking that, then you are not yet clear and able to communicate what it is that you want. You don't really know. You're waiting for it magically to appear in front of you. Whereas what you can do is you can get clear on what it is you need and want, and then you'll be able to easily find it. Or tell somebody else what you want and they'll get it for you or give it to you. So that is the quicker actually way round, is to get clear on what you need and want and then be able to communicate that. You're going to be more quickly, more easily going to be able to actually then get it. So if that's where you are right now, you're not sure what's the best solution for you, you're not sure exactly what it is you need and want, and you are not able at the moment to tell somebody else exactly what it is that you need and want, then I can help you. I can help you with the Design Your Home Vision workshop, and that is a workshop. It's online with me. I send you my preparation, my prep book that I give to all my clients pre-design, and it helps you to get clear on what you need and want. You go through this prep book, do the exercises, answer the questions, and it will help you through a process of your consideration and coming up with the answers, realizing what it is you really want. You'll write it out, and then you'll be able to communicate it very easily. You'll have it there in front of you. And during the workshop, you get the prep book, and you also get that time with me to sit down, go through the prep book with me there alongside you to guide you through the exercises and to answer your questions and help you and support you through that process. I am running the second workshop that I've done on the 18th of June. So that is coming up quite soon, and for this weekend only, from now until Monday, you can get a buy one get one free kind of offer. So there was an early bird price. You've now missed the early bird price. The early bird price was £99. That's gone. It's not possible to get it the early bird price now. It's now £198. But for a buy one get one free offer, you can join the workshop and invite a friend or a family member. If you have you got your best friends constantly telling you about all the things that they'd like to do but they're not really sure, and they're overwhelmed with everything, or maybe your cousin or somebody is in that situation and maybe you're fed up of hearing about it, and you're not sure yourself about what you want to do. Well, you can invite them to join, and you can go halves with them, and that way you get the early bird price, the half price offer, or you can gift it to them. So the current price is £198, but this weekend you can buy one, get one free, bring a friend or a family member along to the workshop with you, and get that vision in place. So you can both be clear about what it is you need and want, and very easily able to communicate that to somebody else so that you can more quickly and more easily get that. And it will help you to decide which is the best solution for you. Do you need a generic? Do you need a generic bespoke hybrid? Or do you need a bespoke design solution for you? Which one do you need? This workshop will help you get clear about exactly what it is you need from your home, what is going to deliver that for you in the quickest and the cheapest way possible, so that you can spend your money on, you know, all the things that you enjoy more, rather than spending it all on a house that you don't, you know, that's not right for you and you're ultimately dissatisfied with. So the link is in the description. You can click on that, you can find out more about the workshop, and you can book your place on the workshop there. This buy one get one free offer is only available until Monday, and then it's purely full price for everybody. So if you would like to join me 18th of June and get clear and make it super easy for you to make decisions and to take your project forward, decide whether generic bespoke or generic hybrid option is best for you, then join me on the workshop and I'll look forward to helping you. Bye for now.